everyone, how's it going? This is Maria. Welcome to the first video of our course. I am extremely excited because I have a lot of content to share with you. Important, I will be uploading a new video every week regularly. Now I'm much free and give time to YouTube for all of you. Throughout this course, our primary focus will be on using After Effects to create animations and infographics similar to the style of creators like Ali Abdal, Iman Ghazi, Damon Jato and other big editors. My goal is to take you from zero to hero. I understand that learning software from the beginning can be boring. Please tolerate with me as I try to teach in the simplest and most straightforward way possible. That's all for the intro. So our intro time is over. Let's dive into the basic of After Effects. Now, once we first open the After Effects, this window appeared with some recent project. Here, I just want to create a new project, so this interface appeared. Like the first interface of your software is something like this. So firstly and most important, we need to save this project with a name. So come up here, file down to save as. I give this a title and then hit save. Now the first window you need to use here is called the project window. It's where we organize all the files. This is where we did like to store videos, audios, music, graphics, in short all the stuff. So here we have two ways to add the file. First we need to go file, then import file. That shortcut is Ctrl+I. And the second way, that is very simple, we just need to drag and drop any files I want straight into this project window. Next we need to organize them. So let's create folders and we can keep track of what we are doing. If we have different files, I mean to say like different types of file, videos, audios, graphics, etc. we need to add into the separate folder. So to create folders, I can either click this button here, okay, or create a new folder and then give it a name. Or I could simply just drag my file straight into this folder. Or simply right click and create a new folder. It's a good idea to get into the habit of creating folders to organize your project. Next we need to know about composition, that is most important role in the After Effects motion graphics or any other like Premiere Pro. For both software the concept is same, like composition is a container where you can layer multiple elements such as images, video, text and effects to create a final visual piece. Next we need to know how we create a composition in After Effects. So that is very simple. There is again two ways. Now I like to create them in one of two ways. I can simply right click in the project window and create a new composition. Give name you want of your composition. You can change the pre-made preset like here. Any preset you want to add you can add. Even you can add your own by clicking this link button, okay, and add your ratio that you want into your project. And all that same, if you want to change, so you can change, but I recommend you keep all the rest is same. And just you can change the duration, like if you want to start a composition 0.0 second to 30 second, like 30 frame per second. And there is duration as frame, seconds, minute and hour. Also if you want, you can change the background color from here. There's not important because we can easily change it later. And hit OK here. Now composition created. Or the second way, I could just grab any of my media files or drag them straight onto this composition icon and it's automatically going to create a new composition for us. So it's create a new timeline down here with seconds along here at the top and a clip here represented by this bar, or just click on composition and create. I just want to explain, by doing it to the second way, After Effects has automatically matched the length, the resolution and frame rate of the clip that I dragged into the composition, basically making it nice and simple for us, okay? But yes, we can rename or even change the setting we want by clicking Comp Setting. Composition are basically project holder with a timeline. Next we need to talk about layers. What is layers? In the composition, okay, once we created a composition and then we need to add some things, images, video and text, that is called layer. So in short or in very simple way, elements such as images, videos, text and effects are added to composition called layers. Like this media layer. Now that we have a clip in our timeline. So here you see the video clip is visible in the main video above. As I move the blue playhead down here, okay, and navigate through the timeline, you can observe the corresponding changes in the video display above in the main panel. Additionally, I can press the spacebar to play through my composition and review the video clip. If you encounter playback issue and it's not running smoothly, you can adjust the quality here like half, full. I recommend if your system is not very high, so go with always half or third. So for this video, like I have this at full because it's nothing here. I just want to explain the basic of After Effects. That's why there is a full resolution. If you have a very normal PC, so go with half. Here need to click OK, adapted resolution. So this is very helpful and enhance the playback experience. Moving on, let's explore a few more essential features of the timeline. At the top we had seconds as you see, okay? And on the left times there is a time code displaying like the hours, minute, second and frame. So for this composition, this composition is organized at 30 frames per second to match the video clip. For example, when it reached 31, okay, it adds another second. The blue playhead indicates the specific portion of the clip we are focusing on in the timeline, while the green bar represented what has been rendered, okay, like your video played smoothly. But if there is red, by hitting the spacebar, After Effects automatically plays through the clip. Here is just for your information, like if you want to show the clip or you want to add a specific part like in the start or the end, so you just need to drag. As a result, you will notice blank space on either side of the timeline because this clip is now shorter, but the composition remains 30 seconds long. Like to match the composition to the clip, you can either fill in the blank space with another clip. Here, if you don't understand the concept, so there is no need to worry because I will explain more step by step. So this is very basic. At the last of the video, you will understand what I mean and what's all the functions and how you can do with basics of After Effects. So to match the composition to the clip, so you simply need to right click and trim the work area to match. Now, so that is enough for this point, okay, composition and layers. So once we start next, the advanced level little bit after this video. So I will explain everything that's in After Effects. Please note this point, the green line rendering process resets each time you edit the timeline content. So while working on the timeline, use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Hold down the shift key to scroll through timeline. Let's explore how to edit clip. Select any clip. By clicking on it, we can change the order of layers by dragging one up or down. The layer placed on top is always displayed in front of all the other layers lower in the position. As I explained already, if we need to trim any clip, drag from its edges as needed. This action cut content in videos and sound files. If you wish to adjust the duration without removing content, so we need to change the speed rate, we need to play with the speed rate. So for this, you need to select the clip, right click, go to time stretch and set the stretch factor to more than 100 to slow down the clip or less than 100% to make it shorter and faster. Select any clip and use Ctrl X for cut and Ctrl C for copy and Ctrl V for pasting the layer, effect or anything. The point for the note is the pasted clip will be added as a new layer. To quickly remove a clip, we need to cut it. So for that, as I already said, the shortcut is Ctrl X. Always use Ctrl and Z to undo any mistakes. On the left side, here you have several options to manage each layer. Click on the eye icon to hide or show the visual content of any layer and the speaker button to mute or unmute the audio. Enable the solo button to show only the current layer content and the lock button to block any possible modification on this layer or a specific layer. So we need to click on this right arrow icon to reveal the complete layer properties depending on the type of media file here. Click and drag to smooth adjust its value or click at once and type in a specific value you want and applying it with the enter key. Make sure to click on reset if you want to return the default values. For the audio clips, we can adjust the volume. And also, we will see its waveform by clicking here. Open transform to adjust the horizontal or vertical position, and size with scale if I need to adjust the size. So we need to play with the scale. Also, we can break the link here, like if we want to deform the clip. So we need to click on this break button. After that, we will change the value of both sides separately. You can also rotate with rotation and adjust transparency with opacity. We can also directly edit layers on the composition window here. Select the desired layer, click and drag on it to move it, and drag from its corner to scale it. And for rotation, we need to click on this here and then we will rotate. To add effects, animation and transition, we need to click on Effect and Preset panel. Drag and drop an effect onto any clip. We can adjust it from the Effect Control panels on the left. And if you don't see the Effect Control panels here, so we need to click on Window and then select Effect Control panels. And another way, we need to again click on this right arrow type icon, and then here is a new layer properties that is named effects. So again we need to click here, okay, arrow down, and then this is the effect we used, and we can change the properties easily. Click on the FX icon to toggle any effect on or off and remove it by selecting it. And for this timer icon, we can apply keyframe to change any effect properties over time. Now let's see how we can add keyframes on our clip the very simple way. Position the blue playhead correctly and click on the timer to the set first keyframe. Saving the current property value, move the blue playhead to another frame and change the property to a different value. This way, when transitioning from the first keyframe to the second one, the effect property changes over time. The time distance between the keyframes also determines the transition speed. Transition speed means the distance or the time between the first keyframe to second keyframe. After Effects now includes animation preset for impressive corrections and animation. Here, you can adjust the clip motion with behaviors. So you need to explore all the options and use into your clip to see how it's worked exactly and what's the specific function of each animation preset. In After Effects, we can also create vector drawings and annotations using tools. In the top left corner, enable any shape tool, click and drag on the composition window to drop regular shapes. Also, we can create custom shapes with the help of pen tool. For the text, we can use this text, click and drag onto our composition and then type. Switch back to the selection tool to manage these objects independently. Within the composition window, you can also double-click on any text to adjust its content. Vector and pieces of text are added as independent layer. Here you can see, with the option to adjust stroke, fill color and more. Open the character panel to adjust text properties like font, style, size and distribution, etc. For the transition, add transition to start or end any clip with an outstanding effect. Apply the transition effect just by dropping it onto any clip. This is added under the effect section with its option. Use keyframe on this percentage to execute the transition by moving it from 0 to 100% and vice versa. With the shape tool, we can also apply the mask. So for the mask, like apply mask to crop visual content. If you drop any shape while having any layer selected, so once you drag the shape won't be added as a vector layer, but it's added as a mask within the current layer. So here you can see the mask option within this layer, and we can change the properties like mask path, mask feather, mask opacity, etc. So we can simply adjust it, but that is for the intermediate level, as this is basic. So at this point it's enough. You just need to know how you can add the mask in After Effects, and all the other properties we will cover in the upcoming lectures. Now let's explore how we export our project and import it. Once we saved our project, after that we need to save with the shortcut Control S. Every 15 minutes it save our project if our After Effects unexpectedly crash. Now let's back to the point. To render the current composition into a video, select it and open the render queue panel from the composition tab. Click on render settings to set the video properties like quality, resolution and frame rate. In output, we need to select the file format H26 for .mp4 file, and we can also change the audio options here. Here output to set the video name and location to save it. So you can click on render to export it. By default, the composition is entirely rendered from the first clip to the last one in timeline. If you want to render only part of the composition, include it within the gray region called work area before exporting, like click and drag in and out and select the only part we need to export. That's it for this tutorial. If you have questions, just comment below. You can also join my Discord server, link in the description. So let me clear all the unnecessary channels, leaving only our assets and one channel for discussion. If you have any questions or things to discuss, mention me in your message. I am available for help. My availability day is Saturday and Sunday. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment to boost the algorithm and keep my video at top.